Good afternoon, everyone. Tom, aka Nostradamus. I am the bombist. How's everyone doing today? I'm pretty excited today. There's a few things I want to cover. One thing I'm definitely excited about is that price of Ethereum, huh? And is it going to hit 3K during the stream? That would be amazing. It keeps flirting around 20, 29.50, 29.60, 29.70. It's pushed up to 29.80 recently. Let's hop over to Tastyworks and take a look at what's going on. I'm also excited. The new Bitcoin future starts trading today. We might dabble in that. I don't know if I got the buying power. I kind of hope I do because, you know, Bitcoin's kind of looking at a price. It's looking like it might be a good time to go long. So the one thing about this Bitcoin future is it's 1/10 the size of Bitcoin, which I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's probably a pretty good size. Typically with like the NASDAQ or the E-mini S&P, the mini future, it is 1/10 of the size of the actual future. Well, the actual Bitcoin future is 5 coins, 5x leverage. So I didn't know if the coin, so I was reading up on it today. So the coin actually is 1/10 the size of Bitcoin, or, you know, roughly $5,400. That's a pretty good amount. That's an amount. I think it's 10 cents a tick. If I put a trade on, we'll see for sure. Not sure what the margin requirement on it is. I mean, it's probably pretty low, though it might be kind of high. I mean, that's one of the reasons you use futures, because it's an extremely efficient use of capital. So your margin requirement's not going to be $5,400. It's maybe $540. I don't know. I was kind of looking on the website and I really didn't see an answer to that. Anyway, yeah, we got the Bitcoin future that's coming up. Hopefully 3 minutes. I think it's going to be trading right away on Tastyworks. I've already pulled the symbol up. It's /MBT, and then it autofills in the K1 for me. There will be ones that you can roll out. And a lot of times people will ask, why don't you just go long a Bitcoin future and never, you know, take it off if it's just always eventually going to go up? Well, options and futures expire. So I don't know if on the Bitcoin future, if it's every month. I think it's every month. You have to roll it forward to the next future, and there's a price slippage of a few hundred or whatever points that you have to deal with, right? So you're constantly fighting that drag, that price slippage, that cost to carry. A lot of professionals will tell you. So, I mean, that's it right there. I mean, if it was that easy, everyone would just be going long NASDAQ and mini S&P futures and just never take them off, because eventually you're going to be right, but you're just fighting that cost to carry. You know, just another example of how efficient some markets are. All right, so we're about 2 minutes away from that. Bitcoin, that's the Bitcoin news. Oh, I was checking out Percent Gang's recommendations. This girl Mariah monetized. She's living in Puerto Rico, man. I gotta seriously consider moving to Puerto Rico. If we pull up the portfolio, we're seeing it's looking pretty good. I honestly, there are times I sit there and I'm like, Tom, just sell, man. Just get out now. You're up huge. This is a life-changing amount of money. I mean, it's not life-altering, like I can live off this for the rest of my life. Maybe I could, right? Maybe. I mean, obviously I could with my current job. It's definitely going to make my life a lot easier with this in the bank, right? As long as I continue to check all the boxes, be fairly frugal, live a minimalistic lifestyle, watch my expenses, not go crazy with Tesla plaids like I want to, Tesla Cybertrucks. And here's the deal. I am 69 sure. That's a term we like to use in the business. 5/9, 6/9. 6/9 would be 99.999999. Anyone watch that show? I'm 6/9 sure that this I mean, that's all right. Calm down, Moonboy Tom. Calm down. I'm not really 6/9 sure of what I'm about to say. I think there's a greater, now I'm going to like greater than 50% chance. I think there's a really good chance that this portfolio as it is could 10x in the next 4 to 5 years. all I got to do is hold on, right? And on top of that 10x, as long as I keep buying in, dollar cost averaging in, this can be a 7-digit portfolio done right? Like if you, and I don't see any reason why that's not going to pan out, honestly. Well, not necessarily the 7 digits, but the fact that this should be up a tremendous amount after the next Bitcoin halving. I personally don't think it's going to be a 90% dip or whatever we've seen in the past. I think it is going to be somewhat of a super cycle. Do I think there's going to be big dick? Oh my goodness. Bleep, you know what I'm, big dips. Oh, that was embarrassing. Do I think there's going to be some big dicks? Dude, what the F is wrong with me? Big dips. Yes, there's going to be some big dips. And you're going to have to be able to power through them, stomach through them. And the way you can do that is watch your size. Just having them, before I get waxing on about what I love talking about, hodling, let's get back. Come on, baby, I want to see that future trade. Why is it not trading? All right, let's see the E-mini S&P. Market's been open for a minute. A literal minute. The E-mini S&P is up 11 1/4. The Nasdaq's up 31. Gold down $1.30. Gold's been very boring lately. A lot of volume though, man. Look at the volume in gold. Am I on the hourly or is that a daily? Like, what is going on in gold that there's that much volume? I have no idea. It's so crazy that it's like affecting the chart. Like I can't even, that's crazy. Everyone's selling their gold to get into Bitcoin? No, I mean, gold's kind of gone up. Although it's, because it was down at like 1,700, 1,600 not too long ago. All right. Crude oil, $63. There's no inflation. There's no, you know, the prices aren't going up. There's no inflation. Mistress and big dips. Mr. Skinner, how you doing, brother? How you doing? Hopefully you got a lot of Ethereum. Everyone's bullish Ethereum now. It wasn't 2 months ago. Everyone was like, oh, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain is going to kill Ethereum and trade your Ethereum for Cardano. Man, guys and gals, I don't want to be sexist. Buy and hold, man. Buy the good coins and hold. That's all you have to do. Like right now, a very close friend, myself maybe included, is a little frustrated with Cardano. Cardano was my biggest bag. Now Ethereum's my biggest bag. There's a very big and good reason why those are the two biggest positions in my portfolio. Honestly, I don't think a half bad, like if you're new, someone asks me, hey man, I'm new, what should I buy? Honestly, the smartest thing, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. I wouldn't change a whole lot of what I'm doing. I would be heavy in Ethereum. I would be buying Ethereum heavy. I don't know if I'd be buying it right now. Let's check what's going on in Ethereum. There might be, you know, there's a big sell wall at 3K. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to blast through 3K onto 3,500. That's a possibility. But when you look at the chart, we're at that channel, and every time it hits that top resistance line, I mean, it's peaked, it's burst through it before, and it's wicked through it before, and then it, you know, and then it stayed with it for a long time. So it could do that, or it could come back down. I don't know what's going to happen. It could easily come back down. You mean, honestly, if it dipped back down to like 2,400, I'm still up close to like 70-80%, and then we're going back to the moon. That doesn't bother me at all, right? So we're still at DEFCON 4. I think we're leaning towards going back to DEFCON 5. The reason I say that is because when Ethereum starts going to the moon and Bitcoin starts going down fast, you've got about 7 days based on previous cycles to get out. And that's a big reason why Ethereum is such a big part of my portfolio. It gives me what I believe to be the best chance for success. Bitcoin's going to start tanking. Look, there's no guarantee that this is what's going to happen again this time. But I think the odds are pretty good for you. And I don't, you know, at the end of the day, it's going to be pretty hard to go wrong when you got 50% of your overall portfolio in the top two coins. So I have 35% in Ethereum and roughly 20%. So roughly 55% of my portfolio is in Bitcoin and Ethereum. At the end of the day, if you believe in Bitcoin, if you believe in Ethereum, which I most certainly do, it's going to be really hard to go broke unless cryptocurrency fails, right? Black swan events, whatever happens, I don't think that's going to be the case. I believe in it. I think cryptocurrency is the best investment on the board. I think but the volatility is more than most people can handle, right? So it's rough. It is rough. This portfolio that you're looking at right now, it's currently close to all-time highs. I don't remember what my all-time high mark. It was either like 509 or 511 or 519. So I'm just going to say 520 just to play it safe. So we're near an all-time highs, but in the last week alone, this thing has fluctuated between over 500,000 and under 400,000. That is crypto, and that isn't even like a 40% dip, which crypto could do. That was only on a 30% dipper. Crypto can do a 40% dipper, and let me tell you, man, kind of gets easier. It definitely gets easier when you're in profit. But when you're losing, like when you lose $100,000, and that is an amount of money that you could do a lot with otherwise, it's not easy to watch that happen, and it's not easy to continue to have the intestinal fortitude to hold through it. But I've got my plan. You've got to have your plan. Plan is you will succeed. Your plan will succeed, in my opinion, if your plan revolves heavily around just holding and not trying to day trade or swing trade, and putting an amount you can afford to lose. Because if you can truly afford to lose it, you can truly afford to hold on to it during all the rough times, and then you're going to eventually come out on the other side doing very, very well. Yeah, so Cardano ADA, let's talk about Cardano ADA. I couldn't agree with you more. It's been really flat. Dude, this stuff goes in cycles, man. Like for a while, Cardano, everyone was talking about Cardano. Gene Simmons, most people don't even know who that is. He starts tweeting about Cardano. He might be the one of the biggest reasons it's sitting where it's at right now. A lot of people are bummed out it's not seeing $2 based on the African news, based on the Ethiopian news, based on the Goguen and all this stuff. I don't know, man. It went from, let's pull up Cardano. A lot of that, a lot of that stuff's baked in, man. So when it went on its price run, and it was a pretty good price run. I mean, it went from like, I want to say 40, 50 cents to $1 quick. 90 cents and then like $1.20 and then $1.50. Yeah, man, it's so far down there. So we were hovering around 30. That's right. We were in the 30 cents, right around 30 cents. Because I started buying it at 16 cents, a small amount. I started buying more at 30 cents. And then I started buying a lot more even at 90 cents. But we were at 30 cents from January 6th all the way to February 1st. So for about a month. And then it started popping, man. I don't even know why. At the time, it was probably mostly just around the Goguen. But that's already a massive pop. And a lot of people forget how many coins there are. There's, 32 billion coins? So it takes a lot of money to move the market cap of Cardano. Got a lot of things going for it. It's an amazing smart chain. Honestly, right now, Cardano would be like the number one. I would say, like, if I had $10,000 to invest right now, Cardano would still be my number one pick. I think another run's coming here pretty soon. I don't know how soon. This could easily consolidate for a little bit, but we got the news is coming in. People start figuring it out. It's just like Ethereum, man. Like, all that EIP 1559 and stuff, we knew about it, but it wasn't popping the price. Now all of a sudden the price is going crazy. Why, right? Nothing's changed. It's just getting sooner to some of those dates. So the same thing's going to happen with Cardano. They got the Alfonso. I don't remember if it's Alonzo or Alfonso. And the new smart contracts, like officially or whatever, coming this summer. Dude, it's May, what is it, May 2 already? So, I mean, the summer's coming quick. That's going to come quick. I have a pretty good feeling that they're going to pull a lot of that off. I actually have gone on record saying it may consolidate for a little bit, but being above $1.30, $1.31 level is a pretty good support level recently. We can even put that line in right quick and we can see that. So where are we at? We're about right there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 lots bouncing under and above it. What is that? Right at like $1.32-ish. This has been a pretty good support level. It's holding above it. I think it's going to hold above it, and I think we're going to get another move up. I think this is a really good time to continue to buy Cardano personally. It's still the coin, like, even at this price, I'm like, man, I want to buy me some more of this, even though I have a ridiculous amount of it already. I've been on a diet. I've been trying not to buy coins. I've been mostly trying the dollar cost average into USDT or USDC just to get some interest and just to build up a bag for when there is a nice big dump. And I don't think the market's going to be at the end, so we can buy in at that time, right? So I've already done a ton of dollar cost averaging. I've already done a ton of coin buying. Now I'm just trying to save up some cash to either buy if there's a huge dump or maybe put into real estate or something else. So that's kind of where I am. I still think, even though I love Ethereum a lot, Cardano is my favorite. And I think, I mean, now like everyone's talking about Ethereum, right? So everyone's talking about buying Ethereum and they're forgetting about Cardano. Dude, it's going to come back for Cardano, and it's the same thing for Polkadot. It's going to come back for Polkadot. Polkadot's already making a little bit of a move. I bought another 300 Polkadot when it was at $30 because that's like the bottom of its channel, man. Like if it's at 30 some dollars, you got to go for it. It is seen above $40, $42, or really 36 and 42. There have been really big levels for it. It has seen 47. I think, and I've said the same thing with like I did Cardano. I think Polkadot and Cardano are going to see a move here pretty soon, and I could see Polkadot being around $60 by June 1st. I think May should be a pretty good month. I don't know if we're going to have an issue into the end of the month with options and futures expirations like we normally do, like we had. It wasn't even that bad this month. I mean, can you even count this month? Let's take a look at Bitcoin. And I think Bitcoin's looking really, really good right here. I think Bitcoin and Cardano would be the two I would be focused on buying right now. Because, I mean, Bitcoin's off like 12,000 from its all-time highs, and I think it's going to start pushing and moving pretty hard here pretty quick. And blasting through its recent like 65, 66,000 on its way to 70, 80,000. I think it's a very good risk for reward right now on Bitcoin. So if you're new out there, again, this is not financial advice, but I would be looking heavily into Bitcoin and Cardano. And again, you can't go wrong with Ethereum. The problem with Ethereum is it might see a huge pullback once it hits 3K. Then again, it might go to 3,500. So for new young investors, they're going to have a hard time. And I have a hard time recommend buying something into a huge pump. But if you have the long-term vision, Ethereum is going to see 2, 3, 10x plus potentially over the next 5 to 10 years. I think that I honestly, it would not surprise me. I know this is crazy talk, that Ethereum becomes bigger than Bitcoin, honestly, in the future. They're already implementing things because it's already inflationary. I don't know what so it's going to be, because they're going to be a burn. So they're talking about deflationary. We really don't know until that pans out. But the utility of Ethereum is why I personally think Ethereum is probably the best investment on the planet Earth right now. Ever. This thing has got so much more room to grow. It's already, like, if you understand the technology, you understand what it's doing. And that's another reason why I love Cardano and DOT a lot too. Cardano's got a lot of that same stuff. Cardano's a hedge. They're going after different stuff, but there's going to be, dude, you're talking about a very, very useful utility that these smart chains have. And we're talking for billions of people, right? And for multiple different uses and projects for billions of people and for millions of businesses, right? In the future, I don't know how far into the future, the internet is going to be nothing but a transport layer for blockchain. Blockchain is pretty much going to control every packet, everything's going to be over blockchain. I firmly believe that. All right, so let's hop on over back to the markets and see. Oh, I want to talk about chia real quick too. I did put chia in the title. Let's see if come on, man, I want to trade my Bitcoin future. Where is my Bitcoin future? I demand. Is it not going to go live till tomorrow? I'm ready to go long some Bitcoin. What the hell, man? I don't know. That's a little frustrating. Maybe I should tweet it. Tweet at Tom Sosnoff at Tastyworks. All right. Hopefully that'll be up tomorrow. I'm going to watch that. Maybe it's a good thing I can't trade it. Bitcoin is down $400. If I would have traded one, I'd probably be down $40 right now, right? So, chia. So I did post an actual video for the first time in a long time yesterday, and I remember why I hate it so much. But I am excited about Ethereum mining, and I was excited about chia mining, though that's kind of starting to fade. I don't know where I feel or my real vibes on chia mining at this moment. There's a lot to it, man. Like, they tout it as this green technology. I have a website that I had open for it. A new green cryptocurrency called chia. Let me tell you something. The more I start digging into this, you need, like, to be successful at it, you need a ton of hard drives. You need a good processor to multi-stream all your plots. You need 4 gigs of RAM per plot. That doesn't sound very green to me. I don't know, man. So I'm still watching. Excuse me. I have a NUC. And I took a 2 terabyte hard drive. I don't even know, like, I'm still figuring this out. I still may play with it. I still may buy a rig just to do this, just to have something to do. I'm extremely excited about Helium. I've ordered the Bobcat miner. I still check my email every day. There's no notification that it's been sent out yet. I ordered one from somewhere else. That one I'm extremely excited about. Currently a lot more than Chia, but I've installed the Chia thing. It's pretty easy. You just install it. I mean, it's pretty easy to install it. To optimize it, you need, like, again, so you need a good CPU, you need a ton of RAM, to optimize it, you need SSD hard drives to do your plotting, and then you need a bunch of slow drives to do your farming or whatever. I guess that's where they do the hash checks and etc. So I have no idea. Chia does start trading tomorrow. I don't think it trades on any real exchanges. It's probably just going to be over the counter, etc. So we'll start to see. I've not seen any video. I mean, I've watched a lot of videos. I've not really seen yet or paid any attention to how much anyone's really mined on it. I am going to check that out a bit more. And again, I'm still, playing around with the idea of maybe setting up a computer full of hard drives and CPUs and all that stuff. At the end of the day, maybe even a Synology. At the end of the day, me having a computer, if this didn't pan out, I need a new computer anyway. But, I mean, filling that thing with like 10, 12, I don't need 10, 12 terabyte hard drives, right? I don't have that much. You know what I'm talking about. I have a little, but I don't have that much. So I mean, those bad boys are expensive. You're talking and they're going up $400 or $500 a hard drive, right? It's causing a shortage there. We're seeing chip shortages. I mean, so you can also throw like a nice video card in there and maybe mine Ethereum at the same time. I don't know. I've done some Ethereum mining. It's still kind of profitable. I mean, you're not going to get rich overnight. You definitely don't want to do it if your electricity is expensive like it is here in California. But this thing's about to sink we're a few blocks away. I'll do some follow-ups on this. Again, I'm still kind of on the fence on it because it takes a lot, man. It really takes a lot. And the vibes I'm getting, it's not going to be too quick. I mean, like you're going to start losing any kind of edge, like a lot of big players. I have no idea though. I could be totally wrong on this. And I'm interested, right? A lot of times if you take the risk early on, the rewards can be really high. I just don't know that honestly, I don't even know if this blockchain makes sense to me yet. So again, it's on my radar. I'm playing with it. I am intrigued. I am interested. I'm much more interested in the helium. I think that proof of coverage, this is proof of space and time, right? Hard drive space. But the helium proof of coverage with the RF signals, I even hear they're going to like 5G and stuff too. I think that's all really interesting to me. So we'll see how that plays out too. Again, I've ordered 2 different miners. One's not going to come until like August or September. The halving's already going to happen. I'm dying to get that other I'm dying to get that Bobcat in, man. I want to set that up, do some content on it. So I'm hoping that comes in the next week or two. I would like to get that bad boy up on the network and collect some helium before the halving happening. The halvening, man, that's a tongue twister. The halvening happening. So I even considered buying helium because I think I do like the concept. It's on Binance. It's relatively cheap. It's $15 a coin. And with the halvening coming up, I mean, that's a double whammy, man. You got a halvening coming up in August, and you have potential parabolic moves in altcoins. So if you want an altcoin gem, what I think is a good altcoin gem, Helium HNT is that coin. I personally have not bought any, though I've seriously considered it. The problem I have with buying Helium like I do any coin right now is how much is it really going to make a difference, right? How much is like $2,000 of helium really going to make a difference if this portfolio goes to the moon? Maybe that's kind of crappy attitude, but I'm at a point now where I have enough. Again, I've said it a million times. I can afford to lose this, but it would be devastating, right? And the odds of losing all this are pretty slim. But the odds of there being a huge market crash and crypto going down 70% and me panic selling at a loss, I mean, that's maybe, 10, 20, 30% that could happen. I don't know how much intestinal fortitude, like I feel like I can. I feel like I have it in me if the market crash comes. And my beautiful plan doesn't pay off and it happens, right? Like just the whole market crashes, there's no relief rally and there's no massive altcoin season. I don't think that's going to happen, but it could happen, right? Biden could say, hey man, crypto, 80% tax, we're going to unrealize it, 80% tax, that's it. We're just charging 80% tax on crypto. What the hell do you think's gonna, like, I don't think that'll happen. But dude, I am nervous about what could happen with regulation. I'm definitely nervous what could happen with taxes. Honestly, the last thing in the world I do want to do is move away from the United States. But man, some of the stuff that's happening, and I'm not just saying Biden. It's been rough for a while. So I'm not too thrilled with anything in politics as of late. And I'm not talking about just Biden, right? So I'm not too thrilled with what Biden's been doing, and I don't want to get political. I'm all for what he wants to put the money in. I'm just not all for some of this tax stuff that's floating around. And I'm not even the one it's affecting yet, but I could be one of the people that it's affecting. And we all could be one of the people it's affecting if it really hits the cryptocurrency market wrong. Excuse me. And the reason that bothers me so much is because I firmly believe cryptocurrency will be a massive benefit for the human race. So if you're out there, and a lot of those old politicians, they just don't get it. They don't understand what's going on. and it might take another generation or two for it to fully be adopted, because the younger kids, they kind of do get it, right? I think. I don't, do they really get it, other than that, or are they just grasping onto the fact that, oh, this is my generation invented this or whatever? I don't know. But once you really truly understand smart contracts and all the decentralization and all the blockchain and all the security, you realize, man, this is the kind of technology that will propel the human race deep into the future. All right, let's wrap this up. I don't know why I'm coughing so much today. All right, so, excuse me. All right, I was hoping Ethereum would hit 3,000 during the stream, but at the end of the day, I'm really not that bothered by it. I actually don't like it when Bitcoin and Ethereum make big moves over the weekend, because then you come into those futures on Monday morning, and a lot of times, you know, if you have a gap up, oh, you got to fill the gap and stuff. So I think it's pretty good. And then we get any huge gap ups this weekend. We'll see if it holds. I personally think we're going to be in a good week. I think it's going to be a really bullish, strong week in cryptocurrency this week. The next 2 weeks, probably for sure. No, I don't know what's going to happen when Ethereum hits 3,000. That'll be interesting. So again, I don't know, right? But I will be able to tell you that I predicted it, because one of my predictions is going to be right. I'm not so sure what's going to happen in the stock market. You know, everyone was so bullish, so bullish. I guess I'm just oh, what's that term? Contrarian as of late when it comes to the stock market. Everyone was, oh, 2022 is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And I was pretty like, I don't think so. It's, you know, I'm kind of bearish. Now everyone's like, oh, stock market crash. When's it going to end? This is the end of the world, blah, blah. Even though the NASDAQ and the E-mini S&P are at all-time highs, a lot of stocks, a lot of the good stocks, a lot of the big stocks are getting hammered kind of hard. For example, like Tesla, seeing highs of close to 900 and now down below 700 this last week. There's a lot of doom and gloom. I'm kind of bullish going forward. So I don't think we're going to have any major crashes. We might spin sideways, which gives it a lot of excellent opportunity for strangles and iron condors. Or, you know, just even directional put or call spreads, as long as it doesn't go past your call spread or put spread, you make some money. All right, let's wrap this up. I know I probably said that 1 or 2 times already. Let's see how we're doing in the market. The NASDAQ's now up 30. E-mini S&P is up 12. Hans Verd, did I say that right? I hope I didn't butcher that. Hans Verd, is that right? Oh my goodness, excuse me. Hans, how you doing, brother? Why are you asking about YubiKey? Do I have that in my description? I don't remember. I will tell you though, it's an excellent question. So YubiKey is it's a two-factor thing you have, right, man? So you set this up. For example, I have it on I have Gemini and Kraken, etc., right? So when you log in, so I use a lot of different things to highly secure my my crypto or my stock accounts and my bank accounts. So I have one email account that is nothing but all my stockbrokers and bank accounts, right? So that way when an email comes to that account, I'm on it, right? I'm on it. I pay attention to it, and I don't use that for anything else. It's highly secure. That email itself, you can't even log into that email account with the YubiKey, right? So I use a really 128 character password. I don't know any of my passwords, right? I use Bitwarden. There's other ones out there that are pretty good, but I really like Bitwarden. I pay for the yearly account, so it's encrypted. 128 password. There's an add-on. You put it on your phone. You put it on your browser. You just go to, for example, Gmail, and you need to know your master password, right? And even it's never ending, right? My Bitwarden takes 2-factor. I Bitwarden, I also use Google Authenticator. So when I don't use YubiKey, I use Google Authenticator. So long story short, I tie, for example, my Gemini account to my YubiKey. So in order to log into my Gemini account and Coinbase and others, right? You need that 128 character password. You need that email account. And then you have to touch your YubiKey, right? And this thing is about as secure as it gets when it comes to, I highly recommend it. You don't have to have one, but again, I highly recommend it, especially if you're dealing with a lot of money. Tie your Gmail accounts to it, tie your, like my bank doesn't have it. So there's Google Authenticator. Google Authenticator is almost as good. So you definitely, man, use all those tips. I'm an expert in the field, and I pay for it, right? So this is your money, this is your livelihood, this is to prevent you from even just stealing your identity, but you can fully protect your email accounts, your bank accounts, your broker accounts. Yeah, I apologize for any butchering of the name. All right, so where was I at? I was wrapping up the stock market. NASDAQ up 33. Man, I want to trade that Bitcoin future. Where are you at? All right, E-mini 12, Bitcoin is sitting at 56,492. I thought Bitcoin was getting ready to move, and I do think, honestly, I think Bitcoin, I'm putting it on the board. I think Bitcoin's going over 60,000 this week. I think it's going to start having a push. Unfortunately, that means Ethereum might, I don't even know if it's going to reach 3K, to be honest, but Ethereum's probably going to hit 3K and see a bit of a pullback. Nothing wrong with that, man. Those are all very healthy signs of a much longer bull run to come altogether. And then also, I think we're going to see Cardano and DOT start getting some moves this month. All right, everyone, really appreciate you coming by, hanging out, hitting that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I will be back. I live stream every day, 6:25 a.m. PST, 5 minutes before the market opens. Maybe we'll do some stock plays tomorrow. We're definitely going to catch up on what's going on with crypto. Love you guys, and peace.